having a good day because we were in line for the Rooster Teeth booth, and it was like the third day, and he was in a crow cosplay in a skirt, and then I was not in cosplay, and he's like, "Weren't you Neo the other day?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I recognized it because of your hair," because I actually, half dyed my hair pink because I didn't want to wear a wig because I thought I was going to overheat in Austin because I've been to Denver Comic Con.
Completely understandable.
My normal hair, and
the fact
like
that you dyed your hair though, oh my god.
Yeah, that is some next level commitment.
Yeah,
okay.
well, I didn't bleach.
You gotta live with them.
It was more like hot pink, but still, I liked it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, but anyways, so the guy's like, "Hey, come here, come check this out," and so he shared with me the video, like the video that was floating around like the Rooster Teeth page of that one person proposing as Ren to Nora.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah.
No,
he was
I didn't
the guy
it.
that recorded that. He was the guy that recorded it. So like I literally like nobody could figure out who this guy was because I remember that he was in a crow skirt cosplay, but there were like 15 of them, and like nobody could figure out who it was. And then I did detective work, and I was like, I wonder if that video's around anywhere. And I found the video, and I found the dude, and I'm like, yep, that's the dude. And I'm like, just so you're aware, I hope this isn't creepy. I'm like, thank you so much. You made RTX like 100% better for me because me and my boyfriend fought like the entire time, and stupid exes, right?
Hey, fucking man.
Hey, we're live.
Hey, we're live.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my god, that throws me for a loop every time.
Hello, world.
Wait, what throws you?
Your voice.
Oh, thanks.
I would say the gang's all here, so it's time to die together, but where's our fourth?
Unfortunately, she's not able to come tonight.
Aw.
Yeah.
One day we'll build the Triforce.
Spirit. Yes.
One day
if you count the
more.
middle triangle.
Oh my god. Okay, so like that was like all of the fandoms real quick. Like I like started singing a Les Mis song, and then one day more, and then like you guys were talking about the Triforce, and like
for a second I thought you were gonna just the one where Hugh Jackman just sings his criminal number into the rain.
Oh my god.
I love musicals, but that movie I had to walk out of. I just couldn't do it.
Les Mis?
Yeah.
I'll
see the play,
and I hated it at the same time. Like I don't know. I only watched it once, and I'm an opera student, so like that's saying something if I don't necessarily love it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to RT Fancast. This is a cosplay special.
Yay!
With us tonight, we have BubblyWaffo, Brittany from BubblyWaffo.
Hey guys, it's me, Nora, except Brittany.
We have Mangoloo from Mangoloo Cosplays.
Hi. Hashtag totally not Labadak. Not really. Labadak. But also Labadak.
Slice. And last but not least, we have Kisses Cosplay.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, I'm so excited. Oh my god.
Wait, so I don't get introductions?
No, you don't get an introduction. Why would we want to introduce you?
I mean, because I've been cosplaying for 5 seconds and I've already fucked up.
Okay. And cosplay for 5 seconds, we have Chandler.
He's joining the fam.
I ordered the wrong size.
Welcome to the cosplay community.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I was so happy when I heard it got delivered today. Of all days when we're doing this, and then
now is it too big or too small?
Way too small.
You could always try altering.
That's not a bad point. I haven't actually thought of that. That's a good point.
Take it to a seamstress, see what they can do.
I had a friend who ordered a waistcoat for a Alucard from Helsing last year for a MegaCon group.
I love me some
And
Alucard.
he's, like 6'2", 250 pounds, big guy. He had his mom alter it by adding a whole side panel to the vest. You can't tell. It looked great.
Oh,
nice.
like I have a friend who does something like that with Love Live cyber costumes. Like it looks so good. Like she actually buys 2 of the vinyl ones and sews them together, and it's crazy.
That's
awesome.
smart.
I actually really didn't think of alterations. You're kind of changing my whole plan for what I had to do tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Might swing by somewhere.
Woo!
Not all is lost.
The all is lost moment.
Look, I should have known I'd fuck up when I just ordered it. I was at my brother's. Goes to Texas A&M. They get their class rings and they do this thing where they drink a whole pitcher of beer to celebrate for some reason. I don't know. That school's weird sometimes. But he threw a party that night and I was invited. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember ordering the coat.
You don't drink and cosplay.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so I made my first mistake technically 2 weeks ago. But I mean, I converted the inches wrong.
Did you look at like the centimeters or something?
Yeah.
Like I know that confuses me. I'm just like, what are centimeters?
But if it's out of the way, so now I'll never make that mistake again, hopefully. He says, spurring an apology sometime later when I do this absolutely again someday. I don't learn easily.
Join us.
Join us.
Why
Join
not?
us.
Oh, cookies? Fuck yeah.
Oh, wait. Who's got the cookies?
I'll join
what kind of
any
cookies?
side for cookies. Unless they're oatmeal raisin, because that's not a cookie. That's a lie.
Oatmeal.
I agree.
Oatmeal scotch bread, though. Like, fuck that shit. Yes.
I like butterscotch. I can do butterscotch.
Yeah.
Has to be chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Chocolate
butterscotch.
I am a total heathen and I don't really care for sweets.
It's okay. It's because you're so sweet.
Aww, that's so
cute.
Yeah. So you guys working on anything? Any events coming up that you're able to or willing to say or recycle or what have you?
Besides RTX.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we're all that.
I have a convention where I'm doing my first vendor hall actually coming up next month.
Oh my god!
And I am trying for the second time now to get Trisha Marigold's alternative outfit done. Which, if you've not seen this is this crazy elaborate Lord of the Rings style embroidered dress that I am embroidering. By the way, completely. I'm not doing applique. I'm doing full embroidery.
Tris Marigold. Witcher 3. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
The redhead.
My waifu.
Yeah. I like her.
Yeah.
Oh shiz, that looks crazy.
So I've made the pattern. I've done the digital pattern. I've already made like all the vector art. So I bought like an embroidery machine for this, and I bought embroiderizing software, fun stuff. Failed making it for Anime Matsuri last month because I had 5 days left to the con, and I just looked at this and went, "There's no way, even if I didn't sleep, I couldn't make this."
I went to Anime Matsuri.
So, Anime Matsuri was good. I enjoyed it.
Hentai Fest was weird.
Hentai Fest, though.
Did you not go on Saturday? Have I? Oh yeah, I haven't talked about this.
Must have not heard of that panel.
Fuck, I forgot I hadn't talked about this. Saturday night there was something called Hentai Fest. I think we filled the one of the George R. Brown's larger convention rooms, like 600 of us. Just hentai games and clips of hentai, and a bunch of people united in perversion.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of hentai,
because why not?
The people in front of me, the kid took his mom.
Holy
That's the biggest no-no. Yeah, the biggest no-no.
That mom, I kid you not, grabbed that kid by the ear and drug him out. A 17-year-old kid.
God.
I'll admit,
what hentai was until I was 20. Like
I went for a little bit of actual.
I was say you are innocent. I knew what hentai was when I was 11.
Yep. I went.
I thought the hentai was like the octopus thing, or like
maybe.
Yeah,
that certainly was going to be that night.
They have little octopuses and I don't know, squids.
If I'm being honest, I went for like 80% just shits and giggles. What's this? Curiosity, and 20% of my brain was like, "What's this now?"
I think I remember seeing that on the schedule, and I normally opt out of seeing those kind of panels just because I don't want to be like in a hentai viewing room where a whole bunch of people are trying not to jerk it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I can't deny that. I left a bit early because at the end it was kind of going towards that angle. But at the time, right when we all sat down, the guy next to me, as a joke, brought lotion, tissues, and garbage bags, and I just stood up and started to selling them. We've got tissues here. We've got your lotion. We've got everything.
Oh my god! Peter Griffin.
Someone bought 2
Pants must be
inflatable
really
beach
dry.
balls that were just boobs.
Oh my god.
It was a weird night. It was a weird night.
Oh
The rest of
my
it
God.
today was really fun. That was just, I mean, the rave was, I mean, I danced Michael Jackson and I don't normally dance. That was fun. Sales floor, always solid. Love the George R. Brown Convention Center.
It is a really nice convention center.
Yeah,
It's really big. I liked it because I went for Comic Palooza last year.
Same.
So I enjoyed it. That's why I went back for Anime Matsuri, mostly because I went to Anime Matsuri because mall cosplay. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
cool.
that.
I like
Yeah.
him.
he's a very nice gentleman.
Was he the Sailor Moon All Might?
No, that was Leon Chiro.
He
Cosplay is the Geralt.
he was the highlight of my trip that day. That was
I
amazing.
saw that, and I love Leon Chiro too.
I lost my
Absolute
mind.
sweet
That was brilliant. But yeah, I took a water bottle full of, let's just say, an unsavory liquid because I refuse to pay for that at conventions because price gouging is a thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And right in line, they're like, "All right, any open food or drink you need to throw away or finish before you get through the door. We're not letting you in for the convention hall." I'm like, "Oh damn!
Here we go.
Oh damn!" So I downed it. Thank God I made friends in line because that's half the fun of conventions. Just, hey, you guys here? What are you dressed as? Your original D&D character? That's amazing, man. Tell me about it. What's the campaign? Just make friends, and they kind of took care of me as I the first hour there. But I thank them, and I text them all the time, like, "Thank you, by the way." But that whole day, I was just solid tipsy, just fluctuating. Apparently, I took part in. I remember this, but I wasn't good at it. There's a mock battle thing, like where they give out foam swords and shields. And
Oh, I
spears.
saw that.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
That's
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think RTX.
There was at the time, before we get off the topic of Anime Matsuri, there was
Yeah.
I think it was like Saturday night, like before the rave on like the second floor. There was just this sword fighting pit that someone had formed on the second floor with lightsabers, and my friend was Elise, I can't remember how to pronounce it, from Magus Bride, and he was in there with a friggin' lightsaber, and he got bashed in the head
my
real
God.
good. It was hilarious watching this go off.
Was he wearing the full skull and the?
He took the skull off
Oh,
at
good.
the
I was
point
about to say.
because his girlfriend would have killed him because she made it.
Oh, then yeah, good, smart boy, smart man.
Good job, dude.
Good intuitions on that one.
Oh, by the way, Chandler, Dandy's calling you a girl.
What? Why? I mean, there's lots of valid arguments for that insult to stick, but why?
He just says, 4 girls.
Me, but I mean, I did just admit to going to a animated porn festival, so.
That's like something that guys would do. Let's be real.
Oh, you'd be surprised the ratio in that room.
No.
It was
That sounded
50-50.
super sexist, and I'm sorry.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
About to
Okay,
say, I probably have a lot of porn on my hard drive, so.
Oh yeah, no.
I did get a girl's phone number out there.
Hey!
I mean, if you can't flirt at a porn festival, where can you?
Oh my god, yes. So, Mangoloo, what are you working on for next con?
Oh man. Okay, so my next con is Colossal Con, which is in like a month. And I am working on an Xenomorph swimsuit, which is that giant, scary, drooly.
From Alien?
Yeah. I'm
Oh my
like
God.
doing the baby one,
I'm
so-
confused, scared because I'm terrified of being a child, and just so excited to see.
I
what
love your work so much, so I cannot wait to see it.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to post it. Like, I worked on the claws today. I have a total of 8 claws done, and I just have the thumbs left to do. And then I can start priming them,
Are
thankfully.
you gonna have
But,
the
oh my
little vestigial mouth that just sticks out and goes bleh?
Oh, like the second mouth.
Yeah.
Somebody actually said that I should do that. I thought about it. Maybe I could make it work. But I do have like the metal fangs, which is like really crazy because I bought them and they're like grills or something, and it is way too big for my mouth. So it looks really like something.
I mean, it's a terrifying in nature creature, so I think it's still gonna absolutely work.
Now, the
yeah,
highlight is if you can get the slime dripping out of its fangs.
I'm pretty sure if she's wearing a grill that's too large, it's just going to be just natural saliva.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to wear fake vampire teeth? Everyone's done that mistake at Halloween. You know that's not easy.
And then you learn prosthetics are God.
Oh my god.
I have not learned that lesson yet.
Prosthetic vampire teeth are really great, especially if you can make them to where they're adhered to your own canines and they stay on. I did that for my Ceres Victoria, and I highly recommend doing that.
Police girl?
Ooh.
Yes.
I love me some police girl. Oh, I love it so much.
Get that bitch a cannon.
What are you working on then, Brittany?
Well, I don't want to reveal it just yet because, like, I'm like leaving hints on my social media, but I have 2 new Ruby cosplays that I'm gonna be debuting soon.
Oh, snap!
I'm so excited because like one of them I literally have a problem. Like yesterday, one of them came in the mail, and then I was like, okay, I'm good for now. I've only been in this for 3 months technically, and I've already done like 5 costumes, and I'm good. I don't need it anymore. And then somebody was selling a costume for a character that I was planning on doing maybe next year for like $25, and it was like custom made, and it was literally my exact measurement. So I was like,
girl, get that.
Yeah, so I got it, and I'm just like, dang it.
Like I thought myself as having a problem recently too, because I just look at all of my order list recently because I've discovered the Black Abyss that is called as Tabule, so which is like Chinese eBay. So
what is this?
It is Taobao. I'm probably butchering the name, but there's a whole bunch of like English seller sites of this that you can use, and you can basically just go buy Chinese cosplays like all the time, and they're like cheap, and it's crazy. And it's like, I am addicted to this, and I just want to buy all the things, but I then look at my bank account and go, I should not buy all the things.
The homepage of this website is insane.
I need food.
I'm seeing everything from knives to a plastic pug to a motorcycle to a waffle iron.
It is Chinese eBay. It is great.
I'm loving it. It's a backpack that's a unicorn.
I need.
Well, Jessica Cavilla needs that.
Can I ask you guys like a cosplay question I've always just kind of wondered about?
Yeah.
Of course.
I honestly have no exact way to phrase this. Getting hit on and flirted with, does that happen more or less than I suppose it does?
A lot.
Yeah.
I imagine it would be pretty heavy. Because I'm a fan of all of your work.
Appreciate
all
that.
of your
Thank
collectibles.
Thank you so much.
I mean, Mangoloo, specifically, I'm not soloing you guys out. Mangoloo, you happen to be that Necromancer Ruby I took a photo with last year.
Yeah.
But in that lobby, that was the second time I saw you that day. I was like 6 people in line behind you to get the tags for just the entrance pass that day.
Oh, yeah,
And
I remember.
in the squiggly line in that tiny square room, every time I was like, ask her for a photo. Compliment her. She's your favorite character. Ask her. And I was like, no, she's talking with people and I'm here alone. And I was like, I try not to be so shy, but
because you ditched me.
I did not. Wait, no, you were doing something. You had your pass already. I didn't.
Yeah.
You got there early.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, getting hit on. I doubt it's ever fully warranted. But I mean, it's gonna happen. You all look amazing. But like things like photo and just compliments, always welcome, or like kind of read the room kind of a situation.
Yeah. Like, please ask.
Yeah, please ask. And the reason why it's not just because of the fact that I don't necessarily care if you take a photo of me. One, I would love to get credit for it because I've been working my butt off trying to market myself on all my social media.
Oh, I have something to say about that.
You got cards,
you specifically.
Yeah, I have cards.
Not to say, what I always did was they take a photo. Hey, please share this with me. You can send it to me here and just give them a card.
Yeah, I do that and everything. But like, they're like the people that like, while somebody's taking a picture of you, somebody else like comes up and takes a picture of you from a different angle, and it's like you know that photo looks like absolute shit because you're nowhere near the focus or anything, and you're like, you are not getting the right angle for this. Like if I'm doing like a like fighting pose or whatever, I'm like, you're doing it from the side in a weird way that'll look awkward. So,
and I'd imagine just like knowing someone's trying to discreetly take a photo of you. That's not the warmest fuzzy you can
it is not. No, it is not. Okay, so like when I went to RTX last year, this is kind of why I didn't really consider myself a cosplayer, and this is why I didn't want to become a cosplayer when I was Neo, because when I was with my ex, like he was with me and shiz, and I didn't have like a correct Neo, I guess. Like I wore like a brown tank top and like brown pants, and I didn't like have like the corset and shiz, right? So I'm a pretty well endowed girl in the chest department, especially back then because I was like 40 pounds heavier. So even more so, there were at least like 5 guys with my boyfriend right next to me that literally took pictures of my boobs. And like I told him, I'm like, they're taking pictures of my boobs. And like my boyfriend's like, well, it's kind of your fault though.
Asshole.
Oh my God. I'm glad that he was an ex. I'm saying it right now.
He said what?
Yeah, he seriously said that. Like, it was freaking horrible.
Oh my God, that is disgusting.
Like I've had a similar experience at a con, and like I was sitting down in a panel room, and I could tell the person in front of me in the next row, they were taking a selfie, and all I saw was my cleavage zoomed in.
Jesus.
I was like, what the hell?
It's not hard to not be an asshole.
Yeah,
right?
Everyone decides to be an asshole.
And I won't lie, I've had people like, you know, ask if they can put their face in my cleavage, and I go for it half the time. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I'm an easygoing person.
Note to self. I'm just kidding.
If you're not fucking weird, and you know, if you're also a cosplayer of Blake, I will totally let you put your face in my cleavage. So it's like, you know what I mean?
God.
I will say Negri has put her face in my cleavage, which I basically died doing that.
That is awesome. Oh my God.
But either way, yeah, it's not hard to be not a dick, especially if you ask for consent.
There are
with shit.
words called please and thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, okay, so, but that's why I didn't do it and everything for a while, because I was like, this is so crazy and stuff. And then like my ex broke up with me, and then I posted on that Rooster Teeth page, like there was this like thing going around the chat, around the page, being like, where you post a selfie and like asked for not like disses, but you roast me, child.
Oh God, you did a roast.
/roast.
Because of that, no, I had like 300 friend requests in like 3 days, and like all of them were guys. Like 50% of them were guys with like anime profile pics. And, and it was because like I lost a bunch of weight and everything, and like I actually looked good in my photo and everything, and so I never have really encountered that much attention before, so I just completely lost it. And then like when I uploaded my first Ruby impressions to Facebook, and that blew up too. Like I had like 200 friend requests within like 12 hours, and like I just, oh my God. So like I was so afraid of entering the cosplay scene because I was afraid of attracting creepers when I barely was doing anything and already doing that. And I attracted creepers when I went to my first con as Nora, which was like at WonderCon last month. What happened was somebody was recording a video of me for their YouTube, and literally when I was doing that, 2 people came up behind me, took pictures without asking. One of them literally, like, I could see his camera, like he like went from my face to my boobs, zoomed in, took like 15 photos in the middle of me doing a Nora impression, and then just ran away. And I should have like stopped and everything, but like I said earlier, I'm an opera student. I know how to, you know, keep going if I F up the words, if I forget my French or whatever. And so the show must go on. So I kind of just did that because that's my natural instinct at this point. I should have fucking stopped, and I should have been like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And should have gotten like con security or something, because like people suck.
Admittedly, it is really hard to like cause a scene or make a scene of that kind of stuff, because I get that too, because at that same con that I had someone do the same thing to me with the picture, we won the costume contest, and people were coming up and taking photos with us. Someone took a photo of me, and you know how they do, like, I don't mind people put their hand on my waist or whatever that crap. I don't mind that. But this guy full on butt cheek grabbed me, all right? And at the time, I was just like, what? I had no idea what to do. I just kind of like stood there because I know it's like a sexist thing, but it's basically conditioned to us girls not to make a scene, to go
exactly.
It's so hard to fight that conditioning. So especially with me, where I'm not really like a confrontational person. So like after the fact, I went to my friend and just went, dude, he just like touched my ass. And she was just like, oh my God. And like, that's kind of like the end of it. And it's like, it sucks that I kind of couldn't like punch him in the face with my Ember Silica,
which you absolutely would have been justified in doing.
But at the same time, I've been like, oh God. So, but it's like, it's really hard. So I totally get what you mean with the scene must go on and you must remain like poised and all this other kind of crap. I totally get that because for me, it's like as much as it bothers me thinking about it, I still don't even know if I would confront them today, to be honest with you. Which is why I always bring people with me for those situations.
Yeah,
like seriously, people, cosplay does not equal consent.
Yes.
No.
I love taking photos of like any and all things that I find awesome at conventions. I've got mounted photos of me with photos I've taken at cons on my wall. But if someone's going out of their way to take a photo with me, that's them being kind. Why would I react by being a son of a bitch?
Yeah. My current boyfriend's going with me.
Don't be an asshole.
He said if anybody does something like that, he's like, you better hold me back because I will punch him in the face. Yes,
everyone in the live chat's agreeing with you. Punch, break their legs.
Break the legs.
Everything.
Break their legs.
Yes.
Messed up. Yeah.
Break the legs.
Break his nuts.
And kind of going to that cosplay not consent topic, it not being a creep also isn't a limiter on that. Like Anime Matsuri, we almost had a guy break my boyfriend's prop because he was handling it very rudely, didn't even ask.
Jesus.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So it's mostly just like don't touch other people's stuff without asking. Like, don't be a dick. Like, stop.
No, like what the shit? No.
Yeah, like I've had that happen to me before too. Like I've gone out like outside of conventions and like I've had all types of people like run up towards like, for instance, I do Tiny Tina from Borderlands and I have a giant Badakadak rabbit, which is a giant rocket with a bunny strap. And like I would have people come up and like pull at my bunny's like when she snuggle bites his ears and like pull at the rope and like kind of like play around with the fins, which are like made out of like insulation foam, so if you like look at them they'll fall apart. And I'm just like, please ask before you touch my stuff. Don't pull at them.
People are so fucking rude.
Like, I know it's cool, but, like, ask me. I mean...
Yeah.
I'm not just randomly pulling on your leather jacket that you just happen to be wearing.
Or that Gucci purse you got.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not sorting through your wallet.
You want me to pull out your weave? Because I'll pull out your weave.
Do it. I'd love to see Nora pull us out someone's weave. Those are my pancakes!
Mine! Red made me these!
The sexy pancakes.
Oh yeah, God, the sexy pancakes.
The sexy pancakes. I blew up on freaking Reddit because of that. Like my like post like went to like 900 likes in a day, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I don't understand. Yeah, it was crazy.
I found that photo like I have iFunny every now and then. I just look up fandom things, look for fan art and crazy pictures and conspiracy theories, stuff like that. I searched Ruby one day, and then you were the first thing on there. I'm like, oh, hey!
Oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You'll find a good amount of each of your stuff, depending on, the day. And
that is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, my stuff's on iFunny again?
I've seen a good amount of everyone here on iFunny.
Wait,
not excessively, just like because there's a shitload of Ruby tags. But I mean,
if you find anything of mine, please tell me. Like, please tag me, screenshot me in that shit because I want to see that.
That's totally.
Yeah, same here. Because I've had a couple of incidences with iFunny where I just had a whole bunch of hate spewing, so I kind of tried to shut that stuff down.
Oh yeah, no, that's just iFunny. Yeah. Everyone here is immature and awful.
Oh yeah.
When I get the comment of should have kept the helmet on, that's when I try to report for copyright infringement and take that shit down.
Fuck yeah. Fuck that shit. Yeah.
That's why I don't cross-post the Reddit anymore.
Oh my God. No, so I had a problem with Reddit actually. I posted to the Rooster Teeth Reddit, not the Ruby Reddit, because the Ruby Reddit I've had nothing but good reception, posted to the Rooster Teeth Reddit, and this guy was like accusing me. This was during the April Fool's nudes thing. Because they posted that on Reddit. And this guy was like literally like bullying the fuck out of me. Like he's like, oh wait, spamming again. And I was like, spamming? What are you talking about? He's like, because of the fact that you mentioned your social media. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm giving credit to the person that's posting it. And he's like, well, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was a rule in the subreddit because I literally just joined it 2 days ago. And he's like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. You should know things better for you being on Reddit for so long. I'm like, I've been using Reddit for maybe like 5 weeks. And
I should really learn how to use Reddit.
And then he was stalking my profile and he's like, has been on Reddit for 6 months. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I joined Reddit 6 months ago.
Reddit mentality.
No.
Reddit gaming is scary, so I don't cross post there anymore.
Reddit is the best and worst humanity has to offer.
He fucking like got my account suspended because all of his like degrading comments about me and stuff, because he literally would like say shit like being like, oh, you're just a dumbass that is like thinks because you have a good face that you can cosplay and everything. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, there's kind of upvote because girl. So
I've seen this. So I downvoted those comments because they were rude and like downvoted them, that I reported them, right? He reported me for like downvoting infringement or something like that, because my boyfriend also was on Reddit and he downvoted the comments too because he was a fucking asshole. And so like he got me reported and got my account suspended on Reddit because they believed that I was using downvoting manipulation. And I was like, what the shit? So I wrote them like this huge like 2-page long essay thing explaining the whole thing. And I'm like, this guy was literally bullying me. I was crying at Easter dinner, eating my fucking eggs because I was fucking upset because this stupid internet troll got me that bad. And like, people can suck sometimes. Like
they can.
Some people just shouldn't use the internet.
No.
I'd like to raise a point. Did you just say you were having eggs with Easter dinner?
Who doesn't?
You have Easter eggs.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm an idiot. I immediately thought of Thanksgiving. I thought of Thanksgiving.
Deviled eggs are like
Easter eggs.
Yep, I'm
thought
stupid.
Of Thanksgiving?
This isn't news. I did think of Thanksgiving.
I generally do have deviled eggs at my Thanksgiving dinners as well, though.
Yeah, like they're like deviled eggs in my house. Like I don't make those as a snack just because they're good.
I don't care for deviled eggs.
You've never had them good, then.
Get the fuck out.
I mean, that's certainly a possibility.
Like my mom worked in a deli, and so she had recipes that she stole from the deli, essentially.
She got inspiration from. There you go.
All right, so what's your favorite cosplays to date so far? Like the one you've had most fun building, or just had the best time?
That is like a really hard
I can imagine.
question.
I think mine's self-explanatory.
Is it Nora?
No, it's
no.
It's Zwei.
You make such a cute Pikachu. Oh man, I love Pikachu.
No, but what were you saying?
It's Zwei.
Is it Zwei? Do you do a Zwei cosplay?
Oh my god, actually, so I want to do a Zwei. This isn't one of the ones that I was talking about. I was literally gonna get a black onesie and I was gonna use felt to do it. And
you gotta do the butt.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I was gonna do the X butt. The X butt.
That's such a weird character addition that I thank God they put in.
Right?
It just adds to his puppiness.
It's just like it. Oh my god, it's perfect. It's perfect.
It adds to his puppiness.
You need that booty.
Yeah. But yeah, it's totally Nora. Like she is just so amazing. And like when I went to the con and everything, because like I went there on Friday and there weren't that many Ruby cosplayers. Like I met what is her name? She's a famous female crow, Heartless Aquarius. Yeah, I met her.
I love her.
Yeah, I love her. She was so nice. I didn't recognize who she was, and I was like, "Why does she look familiar?" And like, she took pictures of me and everything. And I realized when I got home, I'm like, "Oh my god, she has like 50,000 followers." Okay. And like, but like we talked, and she was like super chill and everything. And then, but like towards the end of the con, I ran into another Ruby cosplayer and stuff. They were cosplaying his female son, and they're like, "Wait, you're the Nora, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "You're the one that does the voice and everything." And I was like, "Yeah." And like, they did it, I did it, and they like recorded me. And there's like, "We heard about you at the con and we couldn't find you anywhere, so we just thought that you were a myth, and then we finally found you." And I was like, "Oh my god, what?" Yeah, it was despite like, you know, the creepers that I had at the con, because I also had a couple people that followed me around, which was super awkward. But like, despite that, that was super cool, and I'm so looking forward. I'm gonna be Nora again at Anime Minneapolis next month, which I'm really excited about. So, yeah. But what about you, Miss Kisses? What's your favorite?
About to say, Yang is a second skin for me at this point, so I don't know if that even counts anymore. Like, it feels like blasphemy if I leave her from a convention lineup. I won't lie.
Yeah, no, I don't think I will never not bring Nora to anything. Like, I will probably have to change versions, because I want to do all of the versions that she's done in the actual canon. But then I want to do so many versions of her, like the cheerleader version and the Chinese dress version. I already ordered a cheerleading costume.
Dark hole as you start going down. I have a closet of just Yang outfits after my calendar, so.
Yup. My headphones fell out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm about to do a 10th Ruby cosplay. Ooh.
Yay! Yeah, you are like freaking goals, you guys. Like, I'm just, oh my god. We need to take pictures at RTX, which is kind of a given, but still.
It is totally happening. I will find you.
I might be the only one who hasn't actually
find you. I'm so excited.
Gonna be super hype.
I think I'm the only one who hasn't actually cosplayed yet. Because Josh, you've got your gentleman stormtrooper.
Oh my god! Yes.
Yeah, I was the stormtrooper in a suit for RTX 2017.
Gentleman.
Oh yes.
I was just a guy there having fun.
So Josh,
RTX is a good con to be an attendee at too. So
yeah. Well, it's
so
great
fun. Like, I was an attendee the last 2 days, and it was so fun.
Yeah, I attended on Sunday because I killed myself being with the bike, basically as a not quote unquote sanctioned like event, practically just posing for 6 hours, where people thought this was a Rooster Teeth thing, and I had the Guardians even helping me with taking photos. I was like, yes, get breaks. Oh my god!
Yeah, my boyfriend got a picture with you.
Yeah, same here. I did too.
I think I walked by you a few times.
Oh my god, Casey.
Oh my god, Kisses is still there. She hasn't left.
Yeah, I know. We got a picture
Kisses.
together.
She's at.
Yeah, because I literally stayed there from the end of the costume contest to when it began again from the judging. So.
Damn.
So, speaking of Stormtrooper in an alternative outfit, I'm gonna send you guys on, like, I need to find it real quick. I've been wanting to do this cosplay for like years, and I need to do this. But no, I walked by Casey when you were wearing your Ruby swimsuit costume, and I was too nervous to say hi. So this year I'm definitely gonna say hi. We need to do a video of Nora meets Ruby.
Everyone's too nervous.
Come to my cookie party.
Yes. Oh no, I'm gonna come to the cookie party. And I'm going to come to the pajama party because Nora Pajamas was the first cosplay I did, technically, after Neo. So I already have that already. And I might be doing the bunny costume, maybe just with ears with regular Nora, because I don't want to mess with a leotard right now.
I'll definitely be at both of Casey's events, too. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll all be at both of hers.
Yes, we will. We're all gonna be excited. I'm so excited to meet all these cosplayers and everything, but my number one thing that needs to happen is I need to meet freaking Chivy, man.
Oh,
freaking love him.
Chivy is great. I love Chivy. Oh my gosh. Bless that guy.
Like, he literally, like, saved me from quitting music. Like, the day I was gonna plan on quitting music, because I was going through really bad depression last semester, like, the day I was, like, gonna quit as soon as I got home, I was gonna throw away all my music, and I was just gonna be done. He wrote on one of my posts, it was, like, this, like, silly post being like, if you could ask me out on a date using 3 words, what would you say? And people knowing me with my Nora impressions, that would be like, I have pancakes. Shit like that, right? He wrote, try not to cry. He wrote, sing for Monty.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And so, like, every time I had, like, any doubts, he would pop up on my feed saying something. Like, he would comment on one of my singing videos. He would be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I need to hear more. And so, like, I messaged him, and I was like, I explained my story, and I was like, you seriously have helped my life so much, and I don't know how, if you realize how much you mean to the community and everything. And I'm like, we just love you to death, man. And I'm like, I was wondering, like, I wanted my first tattoo to be Ruby related, and I was wondering if you could help me pick it out. And so he wrote keep moving forward in calligraphy for me, and that's when I got my first tattoo.
That is amazing.
Because he wants me to do that. And, like, every single time I, like, get, like, super down, because unfortunately the depression's still there, obviously, like, I literally just, like, look at it, and I'm just like, you're gonna do this, you have support, you can do this. So yeah. And I asked him, I'm like, can me and my boyfriend please take you to dinner? He didn't say yes, but he liked the comment, so I'm thinking that's a yes. But whatever, I don't care. As long as I meet him, I will give him a big hug, and I will give him a bunch of prints and stuff, because he keeps on asking me to send him prints.
I want to cosplay. I'm so sad a jacket came in the wrong size.
It's okay. It's okay.
Could they, like, I've never really needed anything altered, because my brother, I'm the second kid, so hand-me-downs have always just kind of fit well. We're a tall family.
What they would probably do on a jacket, depending on the style, is they might add a side panel. So they could probably, well, I said style, not fabric, but they would probably just take out the side seam and probably add, like, a third panel into that, would be my guess. Would be the easiest thing. It depends, though, if it's lined or not. Depends on the material. It depends on the design of it, if it's fitted or not, things like that. It might, depending on also how much you paid for it, might also be cheaper just to buy it again versus going to a seamstress.
That's probably what I'm thinking.
So, because I know just to have my bridesmaid dress altered, it was like $70.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Damn.
Horrible.
I've never understood
And that
fashion.
was just for, like, hemming and, like, little things around the waist kind of stuff.
Oh, wow. $70?
Yeah, it was
crazy.
ridiculous.
That's why I don't get fashion. Rolled up sleeves, button-up shirt,
Those are easy.
jeans. Works 90% of the year.
I wear jeans and a polo or a long sleeve button-down shirt because I just work at a desk all day and I don't change after that. Like, I'm boring out of cosplay, I won't lie.
I just wear, like, sweatpants and super comfy clothes because I love being comfy.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all lazy.
I am so lazy now. It's bad.
It's nothing bad about being lazy.
Yeah.
It's the greatest character trait.
So, Josh, I'm sending this to you. And I can send it to Casey because I have you on Facebook. This is what I want to do. I've been wanting to do this for like the past like 4 years before I even was like into cosplay. And now that I'm into cosplay, like I'm like, this is gonna happen at some point. New group. How do I do this? I haven't used Messenger on like my computer in like a good like year, so I'm like, how
on your
the hell do
computer?
I
I was about to help you, and I'm like, shit, I'm boned.
Yeah.
I don't ever use my desktop hardly anymore. It's a sad, sad world.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, like, are you trying to make a group? If you click new message, and then you could type both the name. Group. Oh, you did it! Yay!
I sent the link instead of the picture. That's my boyfriend's page. Sorry.
I follow him.
Yeah, he's so cool and nice. Obviously, if I'm dating him. But hi, Steven. You're the best thing in the world, and I love you.
Oh man, that's adorable. Is that a stormtrooper in a skirt?
In a
man.
Lolita outfit. I want to do that so bad. I want to do it.
That is cute.
It's got a little like block and lollipop. That's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Stormtrooper senpai.
Oh my god. Just get like, I don't know makeup terms. Rouge, put it under the eyes and make it blush a little bit. Add those like anime blush lines going through.
Oh yeah, give it the blush.
Vader senpai noticed me.
Yeah, Vader senpai noticed me.
Oh my god. I think we have the name of the episode now. Vader senpai noticed me.
Oh my god. Yes, I conned that. Woo!
I was gonna call it Women of Cosplay, but I like that better. Oh yeah, so over here in the live chat, Big Chief said that this year is the Big Chief. He said this year is going to be his first time going to RTX. So any small tips for first timers since we are like 100 days away?
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
Oh my gosh, don't say that. I have things I gotta work on.
I know. I have like 3 costumes.
I still need to buy my ticket.
Well, last year was my first RTX. So the first thing I can say is, by the way, hi Tony. I know who Big Chief is. I can say that to look at the schedule and get there early unless you have VIP, because those lines capped out so quick.
Shit. Like, no, literally, like, I was there for like 3 hours before. And make sure, if you're a tiny 5'1" little girl, that you push your way in the fucking front, because you will literally get run over. You're not, probably, because you're a dude. But
you don't know his life.
Okay, I don't know your life. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah. Wait, is that the one that cosplays as Flint?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god, I follow him on Instagram. He follows me too. Yeah.
Flint is cool.
Show up on Thursday to get your pass. It seems like
I think they're shipping it this year.
Yeah, they're shipping it this year unless you order it too late.
So get your pass early.
Yeah, get your pass early.
Yeah, that line last year was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that
was my Friday, and I made the mistake of wearing my Raven heels, which I matched my rose height. So I was in 6-inch stilettos for that line. I was done with RTX essentially after that line.
Casey, do you remember when we were in that line? There was a dude with like the British flag as a cape, booty shorts, a tank top that's like tied off, and those shutter shades.
I think
up
so,
and down the line with a boombox playing meme songs. I don't even think that dude got his pass. I think he just wandered in to party.
He probably did. Yeah,
it was a good party line.
Speaking of the party line, there was this one guy when I was in line. He had a ukulele and he kept on playing songs, and so I know the ukulele. I know how to play the ukulele, and so like he gave it to me, and I like started singing some songs. I started singing like some Ruby songs and stuff. And this was like I said, I was still with my ex-boyfriend, and that was like the first time where he actually was like, "Oh, you can sing," and I'm like, "Okay, I've been in school for 6 years, but okay."
And then you beat him over the head with it.
And like, but I'm just like we were together like at that point, like 17 months, because he broke up with me a month after RTX, and so like
yes, fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, did I tell you last time? Like I spent like $300 on him at RTX because his dumbass didn't budget.
Oh no!
Like because I gave him my money to put in his account because I didn't want to bring any of my cards with me because I have a habit of losing shit whenever I go on vacation.
Same.
So I'm like, I don't trust myself. I'm like, I will bring cash with me. I don't want to bring my credit cards or anything. And so he thought that he had a lot more money than he did because his dumbass didn't budget when. I literally paid for almost all of the food. I paid for the cab ride back to the airport, and I paid for like a bunch of his shit at the con. And I got us gifts and everything. He didn't buy me a single thing at the con. He was super upset.
Well, clearly she's not anymore if she did. So
yeah, and like he oh my god, but like it was, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I make literally a fourth of the amount of money you do a month, and you cannot budget worth shit. Like, yeah, he lived with roommates, and his rent was like $600 a month, and he was making like $2,400. So I'm like, are you seriously spending that much money on video games a month? Like, he literally was like, oh, I don't have money because I spent so much on video games last month. I'm like, what did you buy? Like 8 game systems? like, what the fuck did you do? Well, funny thing, he actually downloaded that Sword Art Online mobile game. He spent $300 the first day.
Jesus.
Yeah. He had a problem. Like,
big problem.
Ooh, more RTX advice. 2 things. Talk to people.
Yes.
Oh yeah, people are really friendly.
Don't be afraid to go up and say hi to people, please.
Yep.
Yes, especially
Just don't get in their face.
This channel exists for that exact reason.
Yeah,
ask for photos.
Ask for
people love photos.
We love photos. Give credit to cosplayers. Make sure you bring water if you're from out of state and you are not used to the heat. Bring sunscreen if you're not allergic, because I am sadly allergic to sunscreen, which sucks.
Have you tried Asian brands?
Yeah, I'm allergic to the zinc oxide that like physically makes it sunscreen. Yeah, it's super weird. But yeah, so and bring something to do when you are waiting in lines if you are antisocial, because that's the cool thing about
a good amount of us are
nerd communities. Like, it's literally just like a mod podge of people.
Mod podge. Street passes in.
About to say, highly recommend a DS or a Switch or something, because cell phone reception is gonna be awful.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely.
Yeah.
Use Snapchat, you will lose 30% of power in 20 minutes.
Say that from experience.
Always bring your charger for your phone.
Oh my god,
yeah.
Bring a battery pack,
Don't
worse than not having a charge and having to get back to your hotel at 1 a.m. Woo!
Don't just buy convention food.
Oh hell no!
Plenty of food in the area. That is
amazing food.
Walking distance, a lot of good food. 6th Street, walking distance, and just like 15 minutes from the car, or 15 minutes in a car. Capitol Hill, basically every restaurant Rooster Teeth has ever talked about is on one street.
Yep.
It's amazing. Parking's a bit hazardous, in which case I still apologize to everyone I drove last year.
There is Uber now in Austin too.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, Uber's back for like what, a year?
Yep.
Been back for a while.
Like, don't get in your head like, oh, they're not going to want to talk to me. They're everyone there thinks the exact same. If you can't have a conversation with RTX,
we're all
you can't have a
introverts.
conversation with anyone.
Yeah, well, I'm an extrovert, but I literally would go up to people that like I didn't know. It was just that like when it was like super famous people, like I was just like,
I mean, I'm an extrovert by nature myself, but I have social anxiety, so it's like 2 heads right there.
Yeah. Because like I have that too. But it's weird because like my social anxiety, either I'm like completely like antisocial, or like I have no filter where I will literally like be like, hey, I had cancer when I was 15. Yeah, by the way, I love your face. Your makeup's cute. And then like, yeah, no, I had cancer. Yeah, you should take a picture with me. Like, I do shit like that. So
one more bit of advice too. The Guardians are very, very helpful. I have never met any other volunteered staff that have been more helpful from any other convention. They can help you.
Do not cross them though.
Oh yeah.
Even if you're trying to be cheeky and a bit coy, a little sarcastic, don't do it. They are very strict about what they're doing. They're not strict. They're dedicated.
They're serious about it.
They don't have time for bullshit.
They want everyone to have a good time. And if your good time fucks with everyone else, then fuck you.
They will.
And they threatened to kick me out of the hall.
Yeah, respect people. There's nothing wrong with talking to people. Please talk to people, but respect them. If somebody's talking to somebody else, don't be like interrupting them. Hey, I really want a picture with you. Give them like 5 seconds. Tap them on the shoulder, something.
If you see,
I would advise not tapping. I would advise like waving
Oh, true. Yeah, don't scare anybody.
That startled me enough times.
Yeah, don't scare anybody. I didn't think about that. That would scare me, and I would literally fall over because I scare easily.
If you see any member of the Rooster Teeth branch or family or a personality you know, and they're walking somewhere, don't stop for a photo. Walk with them because they've got places to be, and they'll happily do it if it's in motion.
No, I felt so bad.
Never
They're really nice.
Keep moving.
I found Miles that way once.
Oh my gosh, I ran into Miles like 5 times last year.
I ran into Miles at a bar.
Yeah.
I ran into him on the way to our hotel.
Second advice, the Always Open event, hands down the most fun I had last year. Do it. Or don't, so I can meet all those people alone, but do it. Because I made friends at the bar. I led a group dance of the Carlton on the dance floor because why not? We weren't good at it, but we had fun.
Unusual to be loved by anyone.
But also, there's like 40 Rooster Teeth members went to that event. It was a good time.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Then I went to the rave. I made the kid from Josh. I can't think of it. Sleep and Die. Day 5. I made the little boy from Day 5 Congo with me, and I had no idea.
That's so cool.
I love Day 5.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
So creepy, but so good.
I love Joel. I love anything Joel does.
Oh my god, I love his caboose.
Oh, I love him so much.
Oh my god, that's my favorite character.
Caboose is my favorite. Oh my god.
I love Caboose so much.
Are we friends? I can't do Caboose for shit. I want to do Caboose.
I have a friend who does the perfect Caboose impression.
Yes. Okay. Did you guys?
He actually signs his name like Caboose too, and misspells it and everything.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
I'm Caboose.
I'm pretty sure he's in this live chat.
I fucking love Caboose.
Did you guys see my friend that
Caboose?
did that?
That's not lemonade. That's gasoline. I'm sorry, I spoke over you. What was the question?
Did you see my friend that did that Sarge impression?
Yes.
I did.
Yes. No, I freaking he's been my coworker for the past 6 years, and it turns he'd been trying to get me into Red versus Blue because I started with Ruby, and he kept on trying to get me into it and getting me into it for years, and then I finally got into it 2 years ago, and I didn't know that he could do impressions. That all of a sudden he did it 3 months ago is Sarge in the middle of a podcast that I was on with him. I fucking flipped the fuck out, and I literally was just I just made a video the other day just randomly. I'm like, hey, can we make a video real quick? And he's like, of, and I'm like, impressions, and he's like, sure, I guess. And he barely let me put him on camera because he knew I was gonna post it on social media, and it blew the fuck up. And I was like, yay, I freaking love you, John. You're awesome. Hi, John.
You should cosplay Sarge.
I know. Yeah,
I did the military brat haircut, buzz on the sides, flat top. Just carry a big cigar, military fatigues.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
I wish fucking Spartan armor sets weren't so expensive to buy and or rent. Just let me be Caboose.
Right?
I love Caboose so much.
Right?
Caboose and Dota, I think, are my favorites from that.
I love Doc just because he's insane. Wash because no matter what the situation is, he's just tired of dealing with it.
Shannon freaking accepted my friend request the other day, and he liked my page and commented on my page. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. I was like,
that guy took a photo with me. I met his kid.
Oh, that's so cool.
I met his kid on accident. He was just they were in the convention hall. He was telling them all right, don't get too far, stick together. And then he's walking past me, and I'm like, Wash. I love Washington. I love Agent Washington. So I don't. That is the great. Oh, I love him so much. I love everything Rooster Teeth.
Oh my god! Right. The big chef, just like my feet.
With the exception of Cow Chop, which I've never really gotten into, just because.
Yeah, I've watched that. I watched
their other content I consume. Adding something new to the regiment is just impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, Sugar Pine 7, short movie they made about the Wendigo tree creature thing. That was awesome. It was 20 minutes, and it's just a tiny little horror movie. I loved it. I think it's called The Woods, I believe.
Woods. That does sound kind of scary.
I'm not good with scary films.
Either.
Yay!
Yet you're being the xenomorph?
Yeah, well, that's a dream that I want to do because I want to be scary, but I don't like watching scary things. I don't know.
My personal opinion of Alien is it's more science fiction than horror.
Yeah,
right?
true.
So
it's
like my paranoia doesn't freak out.
Have you seen The Quiet Place?
I want
Not
to.
yet.
Oh my god, I
Not
feel like I
yet.
will like die.
From a pure
It's the
cinematic
one-
point of view, like just filmmaking principles, genius. The way the sound design in that movie, because of they have to be quiet, the creatures are audible, oral sensory, genius. John Krasinski is my man crush because that beard, though.
Right? Oh my
He
god.
went from he's a little taller than me, but my general build to jacked Captain America. He's the new Mr. Fantastic in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. That dude gives me hope. That dude gives me hope. That beard is working out. Look, I'm a sucker for a good beard. Mine's pretty good. It's not great. It's pretty good. But yeah, that movie, there's a few jump scares, but it's more about the family and suspense. It's the lead up. There's a few jump scares, but it's mostly just about the oh no, what's gonna happen? Is she gonna be okay? Is she gonna be okay? Oh no. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I broke the armrest in the theater, squeezing it so hard.
So Dead Silence 7365 says Alien was created to make people be afraid of sex.
Really?
I can kind of see how, because of the xenomorph, the chest burster
the chest
might
burster.
be a symbolism for pregnancy and
How
birth.
are you getting the interactions? Where are the interactions?
I mean, if it's afraid of pregnancy, that's a different story altogether, I would think.
The alien pregnancy.
I remember when my little sister opened it and her second little mouth came out of her mouth and they spit acid onto the wall.
Them face huggers.
If you go back and watch that movie now, you realize that it was definitely made in the 80s.
Definitely.
The chest burster is just a little puppet thing on a stick, and it's not even scary anymore. But
the reason why it was so scary, I feel like, was the actors did not know it was gonna happen, and I was like, holy shit, I hate you guys.
That and the scene in the first Jurassic Park, which, by the way, greatest story ever told. Jurassic Park, the movie, 1, and the novel. Michael Crichton.
Jurassic Park.
Michael Crichton is a genius.
I haven't seen it.
I'm sorry. You haven't seen Jurassic Park?
I've seen bits and pieces when it was a kid.
You're the first person who's told me that.
Go watch it.
You're the first person who told me that, who I didn't delete from my brain.
And he literally has dinosaur figurines in his house, and he loves Jurassic Park, and then
I want to delete you from my brain right now for that sentence, but I won't.
No, I'm sorry.
Because I respect you. But
Steven, what are you doing? Sit her down and
buy her favorite food / make her pancakes.
Then tape her eyes open and make her watch the beauty that is Jurassic Park.
But the scene in the car where the Rex's head comes down, breaks through the plexiglass, and the kids freak out and they catch it. The Rex's head wasn't supposed to go down that far. It was never supposed to break that glass. Those kids are freaking the fuck out because it broke the car. That's genuine fear. And they kept it, and I love it.
Oh, yeah. Love all those mistakes that they kept in.
Apparently,
I want to mount the original Rexy's head on my wall. I don't know where it is. I'm going to find whatever prop warehouse it is, and this might be incriminating. I don't care. I'm going to steal it. I'm going to frame it. That's going to be on my wall. Just the original T-Rex head. The mechanism.
Man, just fucking do it.
Name it Rexy. I'll put a hunting plaque around it.
Rexy.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. This is so fun. I love you guys.
And we love you. Thank you for always. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everyone. I love all our guests, but this show might have been the one I was most excited for.
Well, I'm hell of excited for it. I literally, when you posted that on Twitter, I was fucking crying. I was like, oh my God. Okay. You've only been doing this for 3 months, and you're already going to be on a podcast with your idols, and okay. I was freaking
I literally
out.
had to tell her to stop screaming.
I was in the
remember
theater.
the break, okay.
I was about to see Super Troopers 2. The pre-credits were about to roll, all the trailers, when I just get a text from Josh, check Instagram, check Twitter. And I'm like, all right, give me a second. And then just in the theater lull, everyone's opening their candy. You just hear me going,
It's just quiet.
holy crap! And everyone's looking at me because hey, I snuck in a beer because it's Super Troopers 2. You can't not watch that.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. It's a great movie, but everyone just freaked out. My buddy literally spilled his popcorn. I had to buy him a new one because it was sitting next to me. But like, what the hell is wrong with you? I was like, you don't even know, dude. You don't even know. It's happening. But I almost got ejected a bit. I had to lie to the maitre d' about like a family member getting out of something. I don't remember the lie exactly. It wasn't a good one. I'm not proud of it, but I'm like, no, sorry. It's good family news. I had a niece who had a pageant on the same day she was born. Just some nonsense to get me to stay.
The fuck?
So I was in a tremendous mood when I saw that movie. I might have to go back and see it again just because I really wasn't paying attention that closely. I mean, I love Rob Lowe, but he does some weird shit in that movie. I need to see it again to make sure that actually happened. But I mean, I freaked out. Oh my god, I was so excited to have this happen. I would be more excited, but I fucked up my first cosplay. Although that's a milestone in and of itself, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Like we all have had fucked up cosplays at this point, haven't we?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of the many things that have gone wrong.
Like
I've made a spandex dress before. I don't know if I could get worse.
I'm sorry.
That was bad.
My Cinder cosplay is spandex, but
I thought she said again. My stupid brain. I thought she said a brand of sandpaper. And I
heard that first, and I'm like, no, I would hope Casey wouldn't make a sandpaper dress.
Oh,
But
no.
It sounds really bad.
The question was, please tell me it was facing out. But then you repeated spandex, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just an idiot.
Then again, if anyone could pull off a sandpaper dress,
no one should. I'm not saying you all can't.
So
I'm saying you
cosplay
should.
challenge. Pull
Don't
off
do
a
it.
sandpaper dress.
Oh my
Yeah.
you know, Jessica Negri would take that up.
Oh yeah,
my gosh.
definitely.
She is tiny in person. I mean, it might just because I'm like 6'2", 6'3".
Holy shit.
Her and Meg Turney come up to about my
Meg
shoulder
Turney is
shoulder
like
blade.
5'1".
Yeah, no,
She's
she's
tiny.
Oh
She's
yeah,
like,
no,
tiny.
that's my height. That's my height.
Like,
I got into
Negri, I
that
think,
line thinking, Meg
is
Turney.
like 5'7". She's like normal size because I'm 5'2", so she towered over me. But I'm like, oh, you have teeny tiny waist. This makes so much sense now.
I mean, I like her cosplay stuff. She's good at it. I love her. But to me, Meg Turney is source-fed nerd. She, Philip DeFranco's old Discovery Channel thing. They're amazing. Go look them up if you haven't. Just hot redhead nerd girl. Hell yeah. That's several of my boxes on that checklist. But I saw her. I turned that corner. I'm like, oh my god, she's tiny. And then I saw Gavin come up and say hi to her, and I'm like, Gavin Free. And I didn't get out of line, even though I really much wanted to, because I haven't met an achievement hunter yet. Nope, I've met Andy. And I loved him. He was really kind. I started a Andy chant at the AH panel last year. But I haven't met any of the others, and that's who I'm holding that for.
Yeah, I need to meet more
I want them all.
people. The only person that I met was Gray Haddock.
I love
is
Gray.
amazing, though.
Yeah, he was super nice.
Oh,
It
I
was
want to meet Gray.
It was after the con though on Sunday, and like literally it was like 2 hours later, and like because we were like at the not at the big hotel that was down the street, so we were at the Hampton, not the Hilton.
Yeah.
So we were at like the small hotel. But it was like 2 blocks down, and like there was a froyo place right across from the convention center. So we went and got froyo, and like right after we went and got froyo, he was walking there, and like my ex was like, "Wait, is that Gray? It's Gray!" Like he just looked exhausted. He's like, "Can I just get a quick picture?" And he's like, "Yeah, man."
I have a very similar story about him. I was coming back from lunch on Sunday. That dude's hair in the wind is amazing. I love it.
Like
Wait,
Fabio
I met
2.0.
Trevor and Alfredo too. Yeah, at Gus's birthday party. I've met one of the founding fathers.
Oh,
Nice.
you met Gus?
I've got a Gus mask
Oh my
from
God.
that event. I still have the
I have a
party
Gus
hat from
ugly
that event.
sweater.
I want to meet Gus. I haven't met him yet.
Oh, he was super kind, super generous. He was nice. He had a willing to have a conversation, even though there was a line to meet him, and he was in the middle of his birthday party. Super cool. Met Chad too from Screw Attack.
Lucky.
Any and all RT events I can go to, I absolutely do. The Tug event for Volume 3, I drove down for that. Like, I didn't even drive down hours beforehand to chill out in Austin. I've drove down just for that theater, just for the Tug 3 showing, had fun in the lobby, met some people. Then I just drove home, and I was like, I'm glad I did this. The gas was more than I'd loved, but I mean,
I understand that.
So close to Austin, I just can't persuade myself to not go every chance I get.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, we went to the Tug Volume 5 premiere, and that was, of course, when everybody was in New York Comic-Con or something. I can't remember. They were away, though. But I got to meet one of the producers for RWBY at the theater. And it was supposed to have been in the Krubby episode where they were interviewing a whole bunch of fans and stuff. Because they interviewed me and my roommate, Sparrow Storm, and my other roommate, Mighty Mark Props, my boyfriend. And they cut those, though, from the end footage, which made me a little sad. But I got to at least meet the guy. I got to talk to him. He knew me from RTX because he saw the bike. Like, that right there is cool.
That is amazing.
Awesome.
That's nice.
I love this community.
I'm so excited for RTX, guys. I am so excited to meet you. I'm literally gonna cry. Like, I need to get waterproof makeup because I'm gonna cry so much. Because like now that like I know people more and everything, like I get to meet like all my like fellow friends / like idols / fans and stuff. Like I'm just gonna cry so much and like, oh my god.
I've said it before. 2 years ago I went alone. In line to pick up my badge, I met Zach and Josh. Through them, I've met everyone on this channel. And last year, I went from a buddy with work and his friend, and along with Josh and Zach. And that morning, we went to go get tacos. We made more friends. I'm saying within 5 years, the entire convention is just going to be one friend group that I've made.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Seriously, like I have a RTX group chat that I have private with just my friends. I think it's hit like 50 people that I know are going that I consider our friends. So
yeah, no, exactly.
I have Snapchat people I don't really know. They were just my drinking buddies from the Always Open event. So every now and then we send each other photos we took at that event, like us doing the Carlton or us with Jessica Negri. And like, they have silly ass names, but I'm like, I like this guy. I hope he comes down next year. And they're considering it. Like, we're growing exponentially, and I love it. I love it so much. Because I've said it before, and I'll double down now. If for whatever reason they ever stop doing RTX, I will personally host one myself.
Yes.
I don't think they're ever gonna stop.
It'll be.
Yeah,
it's been so successful.
Oh yeah, I doubt they ever will too. But I mean,
my minors in marketing.
I'll try and cram 100,000 people in my backyard. It won't go well, but I'll try. I'll have a sandwich for each person.
Yeah,
we'll just set up a projector on the lake, set up inner tubes and canoes, and just watch Laser Team and Ruby and Red vs. Blue. Who cares? We'll set up a queue system. I don't care. I've thought this out. If I have to set up an RTX, I'm setting it up in RTX.
Let's do it. That sounds great.
Do it.
RT Lake.
RT Lake.
It's essentially what the first RTX was.
Yeah, it was. Who watched the Rooster Teeth documentary thing?
Oh yeah,
they actually showed that. Yes. I was like, wow.
Tears came to my eyes.
I was like, oh man, look how cute. They did like a little zombie thing.
I love this community so much.
I know, they're all so great. I love them.
Oh my god, yes.
My family.
Yes. Oh,
we really are just like the same kind of people. And of course, there's outliers. There's assholes in every population. I mean, like, we're not all great, but for the most part, we're all pretty great. I went down to the Gus's birthday party thing alone. I made friends in line. We were there an hour early. We just played $1 Million, but for an hour and a half.
Yes.
And then we got inside. And then we bought each other drinks. And then we played giant Jenga. And then we all danced together, even though none of us were good at dancing. I turned out, what's that game where like you're across the room, and you throw beanbags?
Oh, no.
I wish we played Red Rover.
Where you throw them in the hole?
Yeah, the peg hole.
Cornhole.
Yeah, we played that.
That's what they call it in Colorado.
I'm not good at
I was thinking that you threw actual like beanbag chairs. Not just like what type of game is
it's
this?
the single most intense pillow fight of all time.
Right?
I got really excited for a
Casey, I
second.
know
I
what
was
we need
like,
to do for your PJ party.
Oh my god, we need to do that. We need to do that in like Ruby costumes instead of food fight, beanbag chair fight.
yeah,
I'm queen of the castle. I'm queen of the castle.
Honestly, I just had an idea. You know how like RTX people kind of there's not official events outside, but a lot of people gather outside to do stuff.
Yes.
We bring like 50 to 100 pillows, impromptu giant pillow fight.
oh man, we gotta make pillow forts
No,
too.
no eyes,
What if we
No
do
roll.
that?
I'll
body
fight.
shots only. It's just have a good time.
Mangoloo.
They explode everywhere. I'll clean up the feathers afterwards. I don't care. I'll do it for the story. Giant RTX pillow fight. I'm down.
Mangoloo. What if we do that at the Ruby pajama party?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Get like all the pillows from like all the hotel rooms because it's gonna be
Yeah,
a
let's
hotel
do it.
lobby.
I'll get a Jean Pumpkin Pete onesie. I'll dye my hair. I don't
Do
care.
it.
That sounds
Do it.
fun.
Have a
And
pajama
we'll
party.
film the entire thing.
What? Wait,
Yes.
would I have to dye my? Can you dye beards?
Yeah,
I've
Yeah.
never actually had that.
Yeah.
done
yeah, you
before.
can.
Everybody keeps
hair, you
telling
could
my
dye it.
boyfriend to do that because he cosplays as Neptune, but he doesn't have a blue beard, obviously.
I don't think Neptune would have a
Actually,
blue beard.
Like
For some
no,
reason,
and,
I
like,
don't think he would.
people have like said
It'd
a
be
bunch of
funny
shit
if it
about
did.
it, and like Neith himself like has commented on like the Twitter thread, being like, "Huh, this would be a really cool design for Neptune in the future." Like, so
That's
okay,
amazing.
so you're having Monty's older brother, older brother, like being like, "Hey, this is really cool. I love him with the beard," and like then like fucking like douchebags being like, why did he not shave his beard? Because he doesn't want to shave his beard right now.
Amen. I
Like-
love this guy. Beards are the best.
Yeah, no. I will send you a picture of my boyfriend with his beard. He has like a super. Do you watch Game of Thrones at all?
Yes, absolutely.
He-
They just finished filming a 105-day fight sequence.
Oh my god, yes.
I know, right?
He's
That's
going
insane.
to. He wants to cosplay as Torment because of his beard. Yeah.
I would have to buy him at least 6 beers.
Yes. Let me find.
Look, the beard community, we respect each other. We treat each other with fairness, respect, and beer.
Just,
Even if we don't like beer.
So my roommates are gay. So you need to clarify when you say the beard community, just so you're aware.
All right. Not the concept of a man having a woman as a fake girlfriend beard. The facial hair community.
Okay.
I work at a bakery. Some dude came today with an almost Jeff Ramseyan styled mustache handlebar,
Yes.
but they were gelled and twisted at the end to
Yes.
point straight away from his face.
Ugh.
I don't understand it, but I love it.
Right?
It looks like his mustache is trying to spear his food, but I love it anyway. Oh my god, I just love this community. All the things, just Rooster Teeth, there are people alive. There are families that exist. There are children that have been born. There's love that has blossomed, friendships that have been forged because Bernie and a few of his friends were like, hey, you ever wonder why we're here? To make a fucking great company. That is the
Yes.
answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause I can have Rooster Teeth to thank for, because I made Yang Spear of the Moment. I think I hadn't even seen season 3 yet, and I wore her to a convention in Florida back when I lived in Florida called Tampa Bay Comic Con. I met a random John. We went on a hunt for Pyrrha. That John is now my friend Sparrow Storm and has been my roommate for 2 years now. I couldn't have made better friendships thanks to being in this fandom. Like, seriously.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Like, it's perfect. Like, that's like literally like how everything happened for me. Because I explained it the last time I was on the podcast. Like, the reason why I posted those Ruby impressions was because my ex broke up with me and he introduced me to Ruby. He introduced me to Rooster Teeth. So anytime I tried to watch anything, because he was my first boyfriend and it was a shitty ass relationship, and we were like best friends for like 5 years prior, so it was just fucking horrible.
I don't know much about Steven, but I can already say you're in a better relationship.
Oh yeah, no, Steven.
Just from the fact of I saw his Facebook feed and the fact that he wants to be Torbjorn. Good man. Also, the fact that he said he'd protect you. That's a
Oh
good
yeah,
move.
no. Like he literally, like, he's heard the shit that my ex has done to me, and he literally got so pissed. Like when I told him the whole thing about
you keep him. That's a keeper.
Oh yeah, no. He's by me. Promise me. I'm gonna cry.
Protect the Brit.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
I know. Because
God, I have one of those somewhere.
Because my anxiety is ridiculous and everything anymore, and I basically have indirectly tried to convince him. I'm like, I'm just gonna make you realize eventually that I have too much problems and you're just gonna leave. And he's just like, babe, I don't fucking care. I want you, and I always will want you. And I'm just
this dude's my best friend now. He doesn't know it, but he is.
Okay, but yeah. Anyways, so the reason why I posted those impressions was because I was just so down and I couldn't watch anything. I would literally start sobbing watching Ruby, and Ruby was such an important part of my life. One of my friends, they sent me an impression of them doing Ruby, and I was like, I wonder if I can do impressions. I've never really tried before. So I literally went outside, got my phone, and I literally just did random impressions off the bat, didn't remember the lines or anything, posted them on a couple of Ruby pages because my friends told me to, and then I blew up and people were like, you need to cosplay, you need to do impressions more. And I met so many cool people from it. I met really good friends because of it now, and that's how I met Steven. Literally, he's like, oh, I actually cosplay as Neptune, and my natural voice is pretty similar to Carrie's natural voice, so I just have to alter it a little bit for Neptune. And we became friends because of that, as well as through my friend Jake, who doesn't cosplay as Crow, but does a dead ringer for Crow in his voice. Hi, Crow. Here's your shout out, by the way, because he asked me to do it. He actually got me and Steven together because he kept on pushing us together and stuff. And so
we all have that one friend.
Yep. And he's gonna marry us at the wedding because he's an official officiant or whatever. And he already called dibs, and we already agreed to it. We've already talked about marriage and shit. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? I had to go through such a shitty relationship to find this. Okay, whatever.
Very similar stories here.
Yeah.
Just if you're on the outside, I won't say you can't understand it, but I mean, there's just something about having a common fascination with literally millions of people.
Exactly.
It's like anyone from. I have a stepsister who goes to Alabama University, Roll Tide or whatever. Mm-hmm. Anytime my dad's in public and he sees someone wearing that shirt, no matter how far across they are, he just goes, Roll Tide. And then the dude just instantly locks eyes with my father, Roll Tide! There's just something about having a common fascination with millions of people. My stepfather, I think, gets along with his boss a lot better now because he found out that his daughter, Rooster Teeth fan. And then they were talking about me doing RTX and the whatnot. And they're like, hey. I'm like, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Yes.
Yep. No,
we're awesome. Collectively, we're amazing.
I was wearing my Juniper shirt the other day, and this girl's like, oh my gosh, who's your favorite? And I'm like, Nora. And they're like, oh my god, yes.
Oh god, that reminds me.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I have a story after you're done.
Oh no, and then I was like, boop. And she's like, she freaked the fuck out, and she's like, can you actually do that on my nose? And I'm like, sure, okay. But yeah, continue.
So that reminds me, because I had a Freudian slip the other day at my job. So I work in technology as my day job, and awesome. We were talking about a software called Jupyter. I kept calling it Juniper. And my coworker who watched Ruby, he just kept snickering the whole time because I did it multiple times in a standing meeting of 20 people, by the way.
Oh my god.
And I didn't even notice I was doing it until afterwards when my boss was like, you're calling that wrong. It's like, what? Juniper? Oh no, it's called Jupyter. It's like, oh crap.
That's amazing. All right, one last cosplay question. What is something you haven't done but have always wanted to? What is the current goal? What is the current thing that you want to do the most?
Yo, I think it'd be cool to be a giant Deathclaw and to walk around the con with a free hug sign and just give a lot of hugs.
Yes.
That's what I would do with my life.
That's probably one of the best possible answers there are to that question.
Be an Ewok. Not one of the girls that dresses up as an Ewok with the hood. No, an Ewok with the face. Yup.
I mean, I've always put like high goals for what we do. I mean, we built friggin' Bumblebee last year, so we've always tackled our dreams essentially. So like this year, Mark is remaking Bumblebee out of an actual motorcycle, and he wants to do an electric conversion. So we might have a running bee, which was previously a dream, which will be cool.
Oh my god, yes!
You're gonna have basically the Akira bike.
Pretty much.
Man, you can ride around the convention center instead of being in that one spot.
I mean, my previous dream cosplay was, if anyone plays World of Warcraft, was the Lich King from World of Warcraft.
You pulled off a Lich?
Yeah, I took it to BlizzCon last year, actually.
Oh, shit.
Which I still want to do a lot more work to it, but, I checked that off the list. And if I go back to Blizz, I'm going to get my hand in prosthetics for my next cosplay if I do it, which is Queen Ashara, if anyone is a World of Warcraft fan.
I'm vaguely familiar. I know the name.
Naga Queen. So, big
I mean, is anyone a good guy in World of Warcraft?
So,
like altruistically.
Honestly, that's a good way of looking. What is good? Let's have this philosophical debate.
What is good? What is evil? Why are orcs the better...
Penny.
Why are orcs the better race in the World of Warcraft movie?
But
Penny is good, girl.
My current dream of a dream of a dream. I don't know if anyone's familiar with a little show called Fooly Cooly, FLCL.
Oh my god, yes!
I'm gonna make.
Conti?
I don't know how. I'm gonna make a full red battle Conti. I'm gonna buy a shitty, empty, old CRTV, spray paint it, empty the guts out. Cut a hole in it. Hopefully, depending on the size I get, it's not going to be too heavy. I'll get the little, like the tattered cape, some of the red prosthetics around, maybe possibly like a red morph suit, maybe depending on how I build it. That's far down the road.
Listen, if you do that, I just made Haruko for C2E2, and I will totally do photos.
Haruko.
Oh my god, you guys are so cute.
I'm so angry at myself. I didn't get to see the Fooly Cooly 3 alternative episode 1 airing on April Fool's Day.
I haven't either.
I haven't been able to find it on Google anywhere.
I haven't been able to find it either, but you know what? I seen season 2 at Chicago C2E2 episode 1, and it is good.
I'm really gonna try and keep calm after what you just said, but what?
Yeah. Which little thing I might have been interviewed by Adult Swim, so that might be on their web thing too for when that airs. So
you're breaking my brain right now.
I was just dressed as Haruko in line for a panel to see this, and they pulled me out. I didn't. I literally made Haruko in 2 days. Okay.
Still, oh my god, yes. I have a bass guitar. Why haven't I painted that?
Like, we tried. We did try to make it, and Mark literally just went, yeah, for me to make this look any decent, it's going to take more than a night. It's like, it's okay, you tried. So we have, like, a styrofoam cutout of the bass.
Honestly, I could just paint my bass guitar. I don't use it that much. Learn some of the Pillows original soundtrack.
The main thing, though, is you want to be authentic, it's got to be a lefty.
It is not a lefty. Well, any guitar is a lefty if you just spin it the different way.
The ways are all like actually.
It's a different model.
It is set up completely mirrored though. Come to find out after we analyzed it, because I first thought, oh, it's probably the same. No, they're all completely set up different with the way the chords are because of the way you have to strum it and just a whole bunch of things. I'm not a musician, so I have no idea. So I'm just like picking at aesthetics. So I probably butchered words.
No, you're pretty much on the money.
Oh yeah. So I know this isn't.
I'm gonna be Conti.
I know this isn't completely cosplay related, but have you guys seen the new Venom trailer?
Nope.
I saw like a movie poster of it.
I've seen a
still. Oh, this looks cool.
I want to go into that blind because Topher Grace, say what you will about Spider-Man 3, not a great Venom. Not a great Venom to me.
I feel like trailers nowadays are just giving you the story anymore. Yep. So I try to avoid watching trailers just because I feel they spoil way too much.
I agree, but that said, I still had to binge watch every single Ready Player One trailer.
Whereas I've been binge watching Jurassic World 2 trailers, so I don't blame you.
Don't. It's going to ruin it way too much.
I don't watch any Star Wars trailers, and Star Wars was like the first fandom that I joined, and then Harry Potter was number 2.
I
do not watch any trailers for the new Star Wars. And like everybody fucking posted on my Facebook and shit. I'm like, quit fucking sending me this. Do not send me this. I don't want to watch it. Like people are like, oh my god, Amelia Clark's in the next Star Wars. You fucking love Daenerys. Fucking Queen of the Andals. Break her chains.
There's a Solo. You know how in the movie theaters like there's the big cardboard cutouts. The Solo one is like the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, and she's in it. I'm gonna steal the Amelia Clark cutout for that. I am. I don't know how, but I'm gonna keep it.
Yes. Most of the time, they actually get rid of those things, so you can approach them and be like, "Yo, when you get rid of this, can I buy this from you?"
I did not know that. I was just planning to just cut it away and run away fast. That I have sketchy movie theater history. That sounds bad. Once as like a 17-year-old, not even 17, I think I was like 15, some cops pulled me over, not even driving. I was just outside the movie theater, like balancing on like this railing, just, you know, being an idiot 15-year-old. And they pulled me over with me. Two of my friends were like, they gave me this super harsh conversation about like, do you have any idea how dangerous that was? We scoop up brains off the highway of people like you. I'm like, dude, I'll stand on a pole. I'm sorry, I'm 15. I wanted to put my hands in my pockets just because I was awkward and scared. And they're like, you can have a gun in there. Don't put your head in the pocket, son. You can have a bomb. What am I gonna? And I was just like, oh, I'm sorry. Authority scares me.
So when you talk fast, you literally sound like Oobleck. You literally do.
Thank you. That's one of the greatest compliments I can ever get.
Yeah, you should cosplay him.
Let's do it.
Oobleck's someone really fun to cosplay from my friends' experiences. So
yeah, he's like the equivalent of Nora with.
I could just fill the thermos with like Monster. I don't like Monster. Rockstar Fruit Punch, which is the only decent energy drink, and just chug that constantly all day.
Just be super hyper all day.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's me at conventions anyway. I rode a mechanical disco shark 5 times.
He did
because it was there.
No, I wanted to do that. My ex wouldn't let me. He's like, "You're gonna fall."
Yeah, like, that's the point.
Who the fucking cares? Like,
the tail hit my head, and I stood up laughing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I
challenged the guy to throw me off as quickly as he could.
Yeah. Like I pass out randomly, so like I kind of go where you got it from, but I'm just like, eh. Like I pass out randomly, and I'm still fucking alive. I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know yourself better than anyone else does.
Exactly. Like, and it wasn't like, you know, he was being overprotective of me because he cared. He was just being a dick.
That said, I did do the Disco Shark. Possibly because they were giving out free My Card lemonade samples, and some of those flavors I'd never tried before.
Yes.
They're pretty good.
Oh.
The pink lemonade one's pretty good.
Yummy.
Yeah. I mean, I tried each new flavor once. I didn't go back. Free beer. There were shot glasses full of samples, and you have to show your ID first. I'm like, all right, it's not bad. It's not my thing, but I can see what people like this. What are you guys excited for RTX? Not just cosplay wise, but is there any anyone you're hoping to meet? Any panel you didn't quite get to make it last year?
I'm pretty biased with the Ruby stuff. I love all the Ruby things.
I can't wait for the Ruby panel because I'm.
Oh my god, yes!
6.
Yes.
I want to see Volume 6.
Was it the Ruby panel that I made it on screen 8 times, Josh?
Yeah, that was the Sunday Ruby first panel.
Yeah.
Oh, I was there for that.
Oh, yeah, I was there too.
I was the dude in the Stormtrooper helmet doing that weird arm shaky dance.
We both were.
Oh yeah, during the dance thing, yeah.
Yeah, we both were.
Some dude handed me lemons with the word life scrawled on them in a cartoon. I somehow gathered 6 lemons and I refused to give them out. Then I just left them under my chair, which I feel bad about. But I'm not going to carry around lemons all day.
But when life gives you lemons.
That was the point. I'm like, I leave them.
But you need to carry them.
Look, I hear that, and I can only think of Portal. Cave Johnson. What is it? J.K. Simmons? T.J. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, also known as Grunkle Stan. One of the Stans from
Gravity Falls.
Great show.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a Sixer. He's a Ford.
Huh.
But I can only think of his line in Portal. When life gives me lemons, I burn your house down with the lemons. I have my engineers convinced. I can't think of the whole line. It's been sorry, I'm rambling. I want a new Portal game because hell yes, Valve. But yeah, I left the lemons there.
You should just be grateful that we're getting a remaster of Spyro.
I don't have a PlayStation.
I'm buying one for that shit. Honestly.
I might too. Do you remember the random levels in each game where a stoner cheetah would make you ride a skateboard for 2 hours?
No.
Exactly. No one does. What? That's in the games. No one remembers it. There's a stoner cheetah who's essentially Chester Cheeto, the Cheetos cat, and he just made you ride a skateboard for 2 hours. Or at least it took me 2 hours because I didn't have good hand-eye coordination yet. But oh my god, those games, those were my childhood. Like before any other real genre, there was Crash Bandicoot 1 on the PS1, and there was Spyro, and there was N64 Pokemon Snap.
I love that game.
The original Smash Brothers and the original Mario Kart. That was my childhood.
Oh, yes.
And then a thunderbolt, hit the light post outside my house, which somehow surged into our system, frying my original Xbox, my PlayStation 1, my PlayStation 2, my N64, my DS charger, and my DVR. I say mine, but it's the collective house. It fried almost everything the tiny nerd boy held dear. Thank God my DS wasn't plugged in. I would have.
Yeah, like I was going to say, what about your DS?
I would have cried so hard.
Was this all plugged into a surge protector or just outlets?
Just in different rooms in the house, because I didn't have all this house. The Xbox was technically my older brother's for his, I think, entering high school, first year, all straight A's, every report card or whatever the hell high school. I forget how high school works. I didn't pay very much attention because I hated all 4 years. Just everything was destroyed, and I was just so sad. It was one of the worst days of my life, honestly. Waking up that morning and finding nothing worked and having to just put an N64 on top of a PlayStation 1, on top of PlayStation 2, on top of an Xbox by the trash can.
Oh, God.
That's the saddest thing I remember seeing for a long time.
Aww.
That just broke my heart a little bit.
It still makes me sad a little bit, honestly. I still tear up a bit because, I mean,
that is really sad.
I wasn't an athletic kid.
What else to do with
my brothers played the sport. My brothers played sports ball. I was just kind of like, how's Mario going? And that was the worst day of my life for a long time. But now I'm an adult and can afford that shit all over again.
Yep. Hey,
more games.
I'm sorry.
And consoles.
Yes.
You can reread adult as large child who has money.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
As a testament to the Batman leather jacket and vest that don't fit me sitting on my bed right now. That need to be returned for a larger size.
Press F to pay respects. Yes.
So what does F mean? Like
it's supposed to be
like
a meme.
I thought it was press like just your F on your keyboard.
It's press X to pay respect. I think it's from Max Payne 3, maybe?
That was
press B to blow.
Like, why am I thinking Call of Duty? I don't know.
There's some game where you're just standing on a tomb and you press X to pay, and the prompt shows up. Press X to pay respects.
Metal Gear? I don't know.
I've never played a Metal Gear. I know they're tremendous.
Okay,
but I just can't get into it.
Yes,
apparently, it's a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare reference.
Interesting.
That explains why I never played it. I stopped playing COD after Black Ops 2. Look, there's very few games where I get angry enough to snap either the disc or the controller, which has happened several times in my life. I have snapped 3 different versions of Dark Souls 1 in half.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
And a particular bad 3-hour run of Call of Duty made me snap my old Xbox controller in half, 360.
Oh shit.
Those things were built to take damage. Like not in half and half, but I mean from the home button to the joystick to the buttons, it was basically unusable. I didn't handle anger well as a child.
So
I'd like to think I'm better.
I only rage quit once, and I broke my PSP when I did it. I was playing the original the original Final Fantasy Dissidia, and there was like this mode in which it was like an arcade mode, like where you would like play 5 different characters, and like for some reason the 5th character, and I was playing as Cloud, in which Cloud was at 100 like levels or whatever, so he was the highest he could be, and he could not beat fucking Sephiroth at like 89 levels, which he was the 5th person. And I literally so what would happen is if you failed the final battle 3 times, you had to start all the way over.
Jesus.
I did it like probably like 15 fucking times within like 2 hours.
In definition.
And like, because I just wanted to do it. Like, I just wanted to do it because I was like, what the fuck? I like already beat the game and I just wanted to do it. And then I was just like, damn it. And I threw it down on the ground, but it was carpeted, but it still like shattered the screen. And I was like, what the hell? I'm a weak person. I'm 5'1" and malnourished. Like, okay. But yeah, I actually have a question for the other ladies, since y'all are veterans and stuff, compared to myself. How do you guys deal with like the internet trolls, such like the internet fans that cross lines?
Oh, the ones that like post rude things and that kind of thing.
Like, yeah, like the whole like press F for respects thing. That reminds me, like when I posted something the other day on a page of my cosplays. It was like the cosplay versus cosplayer challenge, and this person's like, "Oh my god, please marry me," and I'm like, "Thank you. I'm sorry I've been in a happily committed relationship. I hope you have a nice day." Like, I'm being nice about it and everything. And like, because like
it's the kindest response I've ever heard to something like that.
Passive expressive response to that. I don't ever respond to that stuff, to be honest.
I think that's why I started gaining such a following fast, honestly, because of my content, as well as like I try to interact as much as I can, and I try to be as nice as I can, because like I've had so many brushes with death that I'm just kind of like, kindness will go so much further nowadays, anyways. To me, that's just what I personally believe in. Whatever, but anyways, and like they're just like, okay, no, that's cool. And then like a bunch of people are like, oh, you could have at least said yes. You could have gone out on a date or something. And I'm like, I'm in a relationship. Like, and
I wouldn't want to date someone who left a comment on a photo of me necessarily.
Exactly.
No bad vibes or what have you to anyone on the internet. But I mean, if someone I don't know posts on an old Facebook comment, I'm like, thank you, I guess, but let's not get that drink. Let's not get lunch. That's
how I met my boyfriend, because he commented on my impressions videos. But like, we became friends first, and so like that's a different story. Like, somebody flat out like asking you out and stuff, and then like another fan on like my Instagram literally like asked to borrow my costume when they told me that they liked me. I'm just like,
okay, weird.
The very concept of that makes me uncomfortable, and I'm not the one experiencing it. So
the fact that they're underage, and I'm like, you're more than 10 years younger than me. I can't be friends with you. I respect you so much as a fan, and I love the fact that you like my work, but I cannot be friends with you. That makes me physically uncomfortable. Like,
creepy.
The fact that they're just like, and I understand why you rejected me and everything. It's because of blah blah blah. I'm like, no, I rejected you because it's illegal, and I'm in a happily committed relationship. Yeah.
You might not be 7, but essentially you're 7.
Yeah. So like, it's really weird dealing with that. Like, I've dealt with haters and everything, and like I just either ignore it, or like if it's on like a page and stuff, I have admins delete it. But like, I just am like, I don't know how to deal with fans that try to cross the line.
So
honestly.
I've had a few people admit to having like crushes on me, like even privately in a DM type stuff, and that's when I will say, hey, I attached to someone, blah blah blah, I appreciate you reaching out, blah blah blah. Like, I try to be nice. You know what I mean? I've had someone who is literally 20 years younger than me almost message me, okay?
Damn.
I just gave away my age there a little bit, but whatever. Either way.
I mean, to be fair, with like toddlers having iPads, not really.
Yeah.
You're still in the clear.
I mean, I've bordered on the line of, dude, that's really, like, I feel kind of like weird talking to you, because it's like I could cross so many legal lines right now depending on what I say.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with my content, because I do kind of, go on the more of a racy side of content even. But even then, it's like, I've let down people nicely, if they were nice to me, fine. Like, any of the millions of comments I've gotten that are like, oh, let me marry you, or oh, I'd like a girlfriend like you. I just like, like it, don't reply. I don't let it bother me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother Mark. That's the main concern. If it doesn't bother my boyfriend, who cares?
Yeah.
Also a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
he
I
takes
just
all
tell
my
people
pictures.
So.
Couples who cosplay together stay together.
Amen. He said, hoping he will one day have a cosplaying girlfriend.
Well, even if you don't cosplay together, if you're supportive is all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Like Mark and I have only cosplayed probably twice together, and he doesn't really want to do the things I want to do, and I don't want to force him to do the things I want to do, and vice versa.
Respect that, and you guys are fucking amazing.
So he puts up with me by taking all my photos. And I basically pay for all his little gadgets and tools. I think it works out easily.
Perfect. That was perfect. You guys are so cute. Oh my god. This is like a dream come true to me. I keep on fangirling, and I'm in the middle of the podcast, and I'm literally like fangirling. I have a fan. I legit have a fan, and I'm fanning myself because I'm literally like, oh my god, I'm gonna faint or something.
That might be the first case of literal fangirling.
Fangirl. Oh. So funny.
Puns. I think Barbara would be proud of us right now.
Oh my god, the Dunkelman, the Punkelman.
Man,
I've been lucky enough to meet her like twice now.
It's like almost one, so I'm like dead over here, so I apologize.
I think we're gonna end here anyways. Yeah, but thank you guys for all coming out. It's really, really great to get you guys finally get everyone out.
For this. Yay!
Thank you guys. Like literally, like I said, it's a dream come true. So, oh my god, I cannot wait to meet all of you at RTX. We're gonna have so much fun, and we're gonna take pictures and stuff. I'm so excited.
99 days.
99 days.
My gosh.
I got 99 days, but Monday ain't one. Sorry about that. I'm ashamed of that a little bit because it's Tuesday. So yesterday was the 100th. It kind of makes sense. Backtracking a little bit.
Actually, Wednesday now. But yeah,
shut the fuck up. Look, I tried to.
I mean, hey, it's one day closer to Infinity War.
Ooh. Oh,
fuck! I need to buy a ticket.
I do too. I'm probably gonna go on Thursday.
I'm gonna try to go to the midnight because there's very few things I love in life more than just going to a midnight premiere. I don't know why. It's something that just makes me happy, and I love doing it. But yeah, open invitation. Gonna say it now. Anyone here, come back any Tuesday. You're free. Don't care. Open invitation. This was one of my favorite shows.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I was more excited about this show than probably any of our others before now.
Oh my god! Thank you. Oh my god.
And we're trying to get this on officially on the RTX.
Yeah, we're trying to go to RTX with this.
So
no word on that yet. I'm assuming.
Not yet.
You told me.
Yeah. Either way, we would still do it.
Yes.
Either way, we're gonna still do it that weekend at some point.
At some point, yeah. So
maybe we'll get later on. I'll buy pizza for everybody. We can just chill and hang or whatever.
Yes.
Maybe.
Party. I'm sure Casey and my groups will probably intermingle multiple times over that weekend.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, and I will like straggle along.
You gonna be Necromancer Ruby again this year?
Yes, and got some new projects coming.
Well, I'm
like
taking a photo.
Trash Ruby's coming.
Can't wait, Casey.
I know. I've been thinking about it like ever since we talked about it. I know. So excited.
I'm like, I want to talk about this so bad, but it's a surprise, so we're not really feeling anything.
Are you gonna be Lilith?
It's gonna be really hard not to say.
Are you gonna be Lilith and Maya?
Oh my god.
Don't pry it out of them.
I'm sorry. Borderlands is one of my favorite games. Ruby's one of my favorite shows. Seeing Casey as Necromancer Gage Ruby last year kind of just made me nerd out for like an entire hour. Just seeing her in line, trying to muster up the courage to talk to her, but failing, even though she was at times 6 inches away, depending on how that line curled in that tiny room.
Oh yeah.
Again, if you're at RTX, talk to people. Say hi to people. Everyone will be down with it. I played Mario Kart with some dude on a Switch for an hour in line because why not? I lost. I'm very bad at it, but we just say hi to people.
Like, this is what I say to everybody. You're dying trying to make the courage to say hi to me. I'm dying thinking you don't want to say hi to me.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. That is Very well put. I didn't have thought of it that way.
So like I'm like just like I'm cosplaying here. No one says hi to me. I guess no one likes my costume or no one cares who I am kind of here type thing. Like I have major paranoia. So that's why I always bring friends to try and ease that social anxiety. So yes, I want to talk to people as much as you want to talk to me. Come up, say hi. Talk to me. I mean, clearly I have things to do and places to go, but I'll invite you to come along half the time. It's like, hey, I'm doing this. You're more than welcome to tag along.
Oh my god, yay!
Like a walking party.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Josh, thank you so fucking much for setting up tonight and every other one of our shows as always.
Gonna cry.
Just tonight specifically. No offense to any of our other guests. I love, like some of you have been here before. I love everyone we've ever had. I've gotten along, in my opinion, very well with all of them. We haven't have a disagreement on a certain volume of Ruby. 4 sucks. But I've loved every
literally your theater reaction is the best reaction ever.
Dude, I almost got kicked out of a theater. I almost got kicked out of a movie theater. One of my favorite places on earth, finding out about tonight. I lost my mind a bit. Thank you all for being here. I love everyone here. I'm so excited.
Thank you for inviting.
Like, oh my gosh. Like I've said this
That's all Josh.
5 times.
He always sets this up. I'm unfucking believably proud to work with this dude. He sets it up. I just show up and talk. Yeah, I'm not even really all that good at it sometimes. Josh sets everything up. I love him.
Thank you so much. You like asked me like a month ago, and I literally was like, "Who's gonna be on? Who's gonna be on?" And he like would not fucking tell me.
He's been kind of teasing me with this episode for a while now.
I'm like, who's gonna be on? I need to know who's on so I can ready myself.
It's gonna be Jessica Negri.
Oh my god!
I think I would have flipped my shit, honestly.
Oh my god!
I would too.
Awesome.
I would have absolutely been escorted out of that
she
theater.
is so sweet and down to earth.
Oh yeah, out of her way to take a photo with me in the middle of a crowded bar. She was lovely. Short, very short, but very nice.
Yep. So in recap, let's go around the room. We had Brittany from BubblyWaffo.
Hi.
We had Mangoloo from Mangoloo Cosplay.
Hello.
I want to applaud for everyone, but
audio. And last but not least, we had Kisses Cosplay.
Hello or goodbye, everybody. I'm not sure. Are we doing sign-offs now?
Yeah, kind of sign-offs. And Chandler, go with the theme song. Chandler.
Oh, there's a theme song.
I don't know how that goes.
Why is that our theme song? I'm not opposed to it.
I don't know, but it is our
why
theme
did
song
that
now.
start?
I can make the theme song. I'm a music major.
We're absolutely going to circle back to that at some point.
Okay.
I also want, as a final note, if anyone in this audience or ever listens to this is artistically inclined, my dream to have a cover photo for this channel or this show is a drawn version of the OG podcast crew with a little cartoon me, a little cartoon Josh, and I mean, I don't know, maybe a week-to-week update on who we have on the Barbara Gavin couch, but just like have little cartoon versions of us on that set.
That'd be so cool.
If anyone's artistically inclined, I would pay for that.
Holy shit.
I would.
I have an artist I can refer you to.
Yeah, I will ask around and I will send you info, bro.
It was one of my. It's on my bucket list to at least be in some way or form be on that set. And if it doesn't exist anymore, I'll accept being drawn onto it. I really will, as long as I'm in Bernie's seat.
So Chandler, have you not seen the first episode?
Oh, I saw the Minecraft one. That was amazing. But
yeah,
I want like a little me, like a little.
You want a little you.
A little
me.
Yeah, a little chibi me. That's a good way of putting it. Like not my character from Wii. Because
this is RT Fancast Chibi edition.
Honestly, that'd be awesome.
This is Chibi edition.
That'll be Chibis.
Yeah, let's do it.
Imagine RT from our idiot conversations, but they're just chibi versions of us.
How long do you think those would be?
I mean, some of our segments have decent run. I mean, do you remember some of the original RT? We're going on at a tangent.
Yeah. Hey, we're supposed to be ending.
I'll just say, well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and anyone listening to this later after our amazing editor Josh / co-founder Josh does his technical magic with us. Thank you again, everyone who's here tonight. Mangoloo, Kisses, Renee, everyone here. Thank you all. I love it. This was probably my favorite show we've had.
I love you guys. Oh my god, thank you so much.
It was a treat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next time.
We will see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Peace.
Peace.